What's good, y'all? Let's talk Bad Boys of Texas. Episode number 6 or 7, I believe it was. Adonis has entered the house. Again, we pick up where the previous episode left off. He's still fighting. Him and Chef D go at it head up one more time. He stood 10 toes with Chef D. He said, anybody else want to get some? Him and Chef D going back and forth. Next thing, Mo City runs over there and jumps in, and I'm like, why? You love a sneaker person. And it's making him more and more clownish to me. He tried to come off real reserved, cool, chill, but the sneaking and stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you, no. And the crazy thing is, you ran over there and you snuck Adonis. But Adonis ain't fall. Adonis was getting your ragtagging your ass too. You might have got a good hit, but Adonis was ragtagging you. Then they broke it up. Then they get to arguing, fussing back and forth. You say, I say, you say, we had beef then, and all this so forth. And once they going through that, you hear Jonathan. Jonathan goes outside with Mo City. Like, yeah, you did your one or whatever. I ain't jumping in. I ain't getting in that. That's peon stuff to me. But you saying it's peon stuff to you, Jonathan. But you also instigating and trying to convince everybody else to keep jumping in and fighting on Adonis. He said this about you. You gonna do something? And then meanwhile, while Jonathan is outside with Mo City, inside the house, they still arguing back and forth. And Big Lou is trying to pump Aura up to fight Adonis, and he's like, "I'm not fighting him." And he said in the confession, "That's kind of like what they did to me. That's what they did to me. Keep going, like I'm going at it with one person, and another person jump in and hit me. That don't have nothing to do with nothing. I'm not going to do that to him. He already had Chef D and Mo City. Like, that's enough is enough." And he said, and our issue is not that deep. It's really not. It wasn't nothing to fight over. And Prince was just chilling, laid back. Him and Orlando just laid back. And we get a confessional from Prince. And Prince like, I just got my popcorn. They going to do what they doing. And Prince said, y'all up here trying to instigate. He was like, Lou trying to instigate Aura to fight. And it's petty. Like, this stuff is so fucking petty. Like, let's just go find rooms. And I'm with Prince on it. So after this, there's no more fighting. They talk it out. Lou and Adonis go back and forth. Adonis said they had issues before he even got on to the show. They from both of them from Miami, and there's some other stuff going on. Lou tried to act like he didn't know what Adonis was talking about. Then Adonis took and sets his sights and says, "All right, enough of the fight. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing." Like at some point, he even sits down at the table, and nobody doing nothing to him. Next thing you know, he looks at Orlando. He was like, "Who got the biggest room? I want the room. I'm taking your room." And Orlando was like, "It's my room, nigga." And Adonis tried to act like he was gonna like say something like he was gonna fight him for the room. Orlando, and then he called him a washed up ass Disney star, like try to make him feel bad and all that. And Orlando said, "And I could be all those things. I got more money than all y'all niggas in here, and the room is still mine. You're not getting the room." For that, I love Orlando. Orlando was messy a couple of episodes ago, the last 2 episodes, other than this, but Orlando's still funny as hell. So they all pick rooms or whatever, and they talking about how they won. Mo City went and dabbed Adonis up after fighting him like, "You stood to 10 toes down, you stood on your 10, and we good. Chop it up." That was just a welcome into the house, and I'm like, nigga, this is not a gang. Bad Boys Club is some people coming together and building on this show, and y'all acting like y'all getting to the bag. Last season it was some fashion shows, and stuff like that. And y'all made a theme song for the show. But this season, y'all going from town to town in Texas and going to club appearances. It's not a gang. And the way you treating this and acting as if this is a gang and he had to get jumped in and prove himself. Like, what the hell? Then, at some point, we hear Mo City saying, when they was picking the rooms, he said something like, yeah, I don't even care about the room. As long as it's a comfortable bed I can sleep on or whatever, I don't care because I got me a nice room with my wife at home. So he a whole husband? Wow. Didn't know that. But yeah, they say they got two or three more club appearances to go, and two more stops. I'm thinking this, yeah, two or three more club appearances or something. So they that place that they was in for that night, they woke up the next day and got on the road to go somewhere else. They didn't even stay at this place long. They woke up and got on the road to go somewhere else. No, yes, they did. They was in that house for a couple of days before Adonis came, because they went out 2 nights, and then the next day after Adonis came, they got up and got on the road to go to the next city, and they Lou sick. They gets off the bus to go try to get Lou some help, get him some meds or whatever, and some teenagers noticed Orlando and wanted to get video and picture with him, and he did that. And then, like, it was a scene of them riding on the bus, on their way to the new house, and they talking and everything. And somebody look at Orlando, and Orlando like boo hoo crying, like all these tears, and he was like, it just feel good, like nowhere else do you see this. Yeah, we done had our ups and downs, people been fighting and all that stuff like that in here. But you don't never see this, like just some black men on some real ish doing something together, coming together, um, with men that are gay, questioning, and heterosexual, just all chilling with each other and stuff. Like you don't see that. And he right about it, but I don't know if he was genuinely brought to tears or he was doing something to make a scene because the bus ride was just looking rather just chill. And we see Lou over there. Lou coughing. Lou ain't got a mask on at first, but he coughing. He got a fever. He got the chills. He just all messed up, and he been messed up for a couple of days. They get to this house. It looks so nice from the outside, but when they got inside, it looked like we stepped into Roseanne's house from the 80s or the early 90s. When did Roseanne started coming on? I mean, the leather couch and everything, the chairs, the leather has turned dark in spaces from like oil and all that kind of stuff. I was just like, oh wow, this house is But everybody going to go find their rooms. Lou go to the hospital. Orlando walk him outside um, to the car and everything. They told Orlando they couldn't come in. He couldn't come in with him or whatever. He go to the hospital, and we see him with the breathing tube. Like, and I recognize that asthma. My grandmother had asthma very bad, and it looked like he was having some nebulizer treatments. Um, but he also got the chills. He said he got a bunch of cold in his body. He been coughing up all his mucus. So is it a cold? Is it COVID? Like what is it? But it goes off with us not knowing what was going on. It's just that Lou's in the hospital and he is trying to get it taken care of. And that was the Bad Boys of Texas. Um, I do want to mention that I realized Cameron, that's my ex-husband's name. Carry-On was saying that, that Adonis was fighting people or whatever. He ain't bring no drama to him, so he gonna feel him out, see what he like, see what's up with him or whatever. And that's gonna be that. I feel like Carry-On, for the most part, except for when Chef D was coming after him, Carry-On been playing in the background, being chill. Prince, for the most part, being chill. Oh, I forgot to mention that conversation. when they was on the bus, they was talking about, this is before they noticed Orlando was crying. They was having a discussion about Prince sexuality and how when he first came on Love and Hip Hop Miami, everybody assumed he was gay because he was best friends with Bobby Lights, and that's probably how he got on this show because Bobby had a show on Zeus. I Love You, Bobby Purr, or whatever it was called. Him and Roland Ray, if y'all didn't know. But I'm guessing if y'all watch this, y'all already know all that. But anyway, he was saying, he went into a deep, dark space and a dark depression because people just kept coming at him and all that. Meanwhile, he got a whole girlfriend and all that. And he was like, I'm, I got kind of like a high voice, but I'm chill. And I go off vibes and I don't judge people for their sexual preference. And he was saying that, as long as you're not coming at me on no sneak tip, like he basically can be cool with anybody. He don't care what your sexual preference is. And people take that as, oh, he must be secretly wanting to be with a man because he cool with Bobby Lights or he cool with some gay people. And it's not like that. Like at some point in your life you'll mature and see just because somebody is that um is LG LGQ, what's the lesbian, gay, lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, LGBTQI. That's what it is. Just because somebody falls in that group, that don't mean that you can't be friends with them. Um, as long as they're not coming at you. And then he also mentioned that he don't like. I forgot the term he made up for it, but basically how they try to test you out and see if they can get a chance. And he was like, that's why a lot of men don't want their girls to be friends with guys because they know it's some guys that might be around her playing the friend role, but as soon as she give him the green light or any inclination that he might have a chance, he gonna hop out there, and he feel like that's what some gay people do, namely, Relly, and that is what Relly be doing, and Relly, and he was like, cause Mo, and Mo like no, cause like and Relly, him and Relly got a different kind of friendship. Like Relly don't be coming at him on that kind of stuff, cause he know better. And they friends, like it's not nothing like that between them, is what he was saying or whatever. So they all trying to act like they ain't know what Prince was talking about, but I definitely got what he was talking about. You keep throwing little slurs or saying little shit like that or doing little things to try to see if somebody going to bite or to throw feelers out there so you can shoot your shot. But I forgot what he called it. But basically, yeah, just doing little things to see if you gonna get turned down or not. If you really try to shoot your shot at the person, is what he was talking about. And that was a nice little conversation. I mean, for the most part, I feel like Prince cool. Prince. I want to say he might be voted the most liked, Prince or Aura, because Aura said his real name is Andre, and I think they said he was out of D.C. But yeah, Adonis tried to come in his head too, but he just let it slide. Cause like he said, I don't know if it was he was scared to fight Andre. Cause Relly was like, I know Andre. I done been around. I mean, not Andre, Adonis. I know Adonis. I done been around him, and he can keep going and going and going as far as the fighting is concerned. He ain't gonna get tired. So Adonis looked just like somebody that went to high school with me, and I think I said this in my last quick review of the show. This guy, I don't know what his name is, but Adonis looked exactly like him. But the guy older than me, so the guy got to be a good 46, 47, or going on 46, 47. So I know that's not him because Adonis is in his 30s, right? I'm guessing. But yeah, mm, this episode was alright. How many more episodes we got of this show? Somebody tell me in the comments. I'll see y'all on the next one. Don't forget to hit the like. Subscribe if you haven't. Get in the comments and talk to me. I say this all the time. Get in the comments and talk to me. Been getting a little bit of likes on some of my videos, but talk to me, y'all. What y'all think of this season of Bad Boys? Peace.